Hey guys, for today's look I wanted to do another version of a very popular bridal look that I do for my brides. This look is definitely a bit more intense than my last bridal look. It's kind of like I would say a slightly soft smoky eye, but we're keeping it all on the top lid and the bottom lid is very clean. The bottom lash line is very clean, which still keeps it totally appropriate for bridal. The rest of the look is very soft. The lips are soft and nude and just a hint of color on the cheeks. Perhaps if you are doing an evening wedding or just for a bride that wears makeup and is not afraid of makeup and wants for something that's a little bit more dramatic. It's a very easy look to do, and if you guys want to see how this look is done, just stay tuned. So all I've done so far is I've applied a little bit of foundation just all over my skin to even my skin tone out. And now I'm applying a base on my lid. I'm using a neutral base. This is Painterly from MAC and it's a paint pot. And I'm just applying it just with my finger on my lid. Just so the eyeshadow has something to stick to and it won't crease throughout the day. I'm using a black kohl pencil. This pencil is Smolder from MAC. And I'm smudging the pencil in between my lashes to get my lash line really dark. And I'm going along my top waterline as well, which is just along the bottom. I don't want to see any skin because this is kind of more of a smoky look, so I want the base of my lashes to be really dark and intense. Using any small round tipped brush, I'm using one from Smashbox. This is the double-ended brush number 20 from Smashbox. Just smudge out that line to get a nice dark base. And I'm smudging out towards the outer corner. For the smoky color on our lid, I'm using Print, which is a medium gray. This one is from MAC. And I'm using a nice flat brush. This is the 239 brush from MAC because I want to really pack this color on. So I'm just layering this color until I get it super dense. We want it really intense like this one. So just keep applying until you get it to that intensity. And I'm just keeping the color on my lid. I'm not going too high. I'm not going past my crease area. And the 239 makes it easier because it's got this nice curve. The brush has a nice curve at the top. So it helps you apply the color just kind of right into your crease. I'm using a warmer color. This is Texture. It's kind of an orangey brown. That one's from MAC. I'm going to use this color just to bring out my crease a little bit. Using a warmer tone like this tends to look better than using more of a gray tone. It softens the look a lot more. To blend the two colors together, the orange and the gray, I'm using a warm brown. This is Cork. That one's also from MAC. I'm going to apply that right in the hollows of my crease, and that'll bring the two colors together. Don't worry about going over the gray. If you go over it a bit, we will go over it again to intensify it. So as a highlight underneath my brow, I'm using Brulee from MAC. It's just a really light neutral tone. It's matte, doesn't have any shimmer to it. If you wanted a bit of shimmer, you could always use Shroom. It's another good option. Add a bit of that same highlight color in the inner corner as well. And now if you need to go back and intensify that gray, go ahead and do so. I'm just adding a bit more along the area where the brown went over it too much. you're going to add lashes, go ahead and do that now, but make sure you curl your own lashes and apply mascara first and then apply your falsies. And then I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. Once you have your lashes on, we can move on to the rest of the look. So if you have any black pencil that came into your waterline or your bottom lash line from when you were doing your top lash line, because kohl pencils tend to do that, just take a Q-tip and clean any of that up. Apply a bit of concealer. I'm using the NARS Duo Concealer. The color is Custard and Ginger. I'm using the lighter shade just to clean up that under eye area because we want it to be really clean. I'm setting my skin with a bit of powder. If your skin is really dry, you do not need to use powder. But if your skin is normal to oily, then I do recommend it. Before I finish off the rest of my face, I want to apply a little bit of mascara along my bottom lash line. And I'm using a mascara wand that's specifically for the bottom, and it's very small. Clinique sells mascaras that are specifically for the bottom that have really small wands. And it does make a difference because you can really get in there and it makes it a lot easier. So I'm just going to coat my bottom lashes really well, and this will help open up my eyes a bit more. So don't forget to fill in your eyebrows because I completely forgot to press record when I was doing it. That's a very important step. And for blush, I'm using a nice soft peachy tone. This is Melba from MAC. I'm just applying just a little bit. Feel free to use bronzer as well if you want. And for lips, we're going to keep it really nude and simple, which is the best when you're dealing with bridal, unless you're going for a red lip. If you do a simple lip, then it's not such a big deal to retouch throughout the night. I'm using one of my favorite glosses. This is Chai from Joe Fresh. I've used this before. It's just such a nice color. It's great when you're doing a more smoky eye. So there you go, that is the final look for a more slightly intense look for bridal, but I'm sure there's lots of brides out there that could pull this look off. And if you do, please send me pictures because I would love to see them. You could even post them on, if anybody does any of my tutorials and you guys take pictures, feel free to post them on my Facebook fan page. There's a link on my channel somewhere, so feel free to post pictures. I would love to see them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye!